I missed some toilets. There. That is entirely covered in drains except the bed. And then here. And then that is 10 illegal narcotics found. I think that this is correct. That is correct. Good. So we had desks and chairs. Right there, or on the opposite side of the desk. Nope. Right there, against the wall. And these would receive chairs too. Here, I believe. Yep. No. Next to the radio. So here. They would have a radio over there then. Radio. Next to the bed. And I know that things are going down the shitter over there, down there, but I don't give a shit. I believe. No. Yeah, let's just put a press in the cells. Makes sense. No, meant this. Bookshelves. Well, that's 2 deaths. And even those gets 1, 2, 3, and 4. Wait. Another guard dead. Jesus. I'm gonna hire 25 guards then. Another death. That is a prisoner. Yeah, let's end this before it escalates even worse. These still need a TV, I believe. And just the TV, really. So, TV. 2, 3, 4. And then a patrol guard. Guard patrol, I mean. There. And one over here. Because reasons. I don't need death row anymore. I wish. Ooh, I'm gonna get a death row prisoner. Nice. Also, let us deck out the kitchen a little bit more because I've been kind of neglecting that. Uh-oh. I hope that my power supply can handle this. Should not have done that. Yes, half tooth. Gangs are on. I don't have that many, but they are on, in fact. Yeah, there you go. For death row, I'm gonna need another power station. Or I'm going to have to dump these two and dump these two. Welcome back, Seb. And walling this off, and then dumping these two and these two. Whoa, we found a tunnel. Oh, that's how they escaped. Okay. If that is how they did it, then that is how they did it. Is this 2 or 3? That goes all the way to the end, like here, I believe. Yes. There. And I think I'll get to that later. Now it's time to designate everything here as a cell as well. Get the doors in. Designate that as solitary as well, because I still only have 12 solitary cells, which isn't enough. There. Get the doors in then. Launch the others for these, which means that these should be 10. And then there. There you go. So we have a death row inmates. Our friend over here, Mr. Risto H. Hatilati or something. He has a likelihood of clemency of 48%, and he is convicted for murder 25 years, armed robbery 20 years, murder 25 years, attempted murder 13 years, grievous bodily harm 11 years, murder 25 years. So that is at least 95 years. This is well over 100 years in total. Should he be granted clemency? But since there are some people here that really want to see an execution, let's cheat, shall we? So his name is Risto. So I'm gonna save it again. And I'm gonna switch scenes so that you guys can see what I'm doing. There. Since I saved it, I need to reopen the file. Control F. Risto. Not that one. This one. Now, Risto, our friend over here, had a likelihood of clemency of 48%. Now, I don't have parole and death row appeal activated just yet, but for this particular occasion I'm not going to do it. As you can see, his total sentence is 190 in-game years. Now, here is a line in the save file that says clemency chance 0.84 something. If it's 1, he has a 100% chance of clemency and he will get free. But if I change that 48 to 01, he should have 1% chance of clemency. So let's save that. Sorry, I said save, not save as. Load, and then load Gulag. And all of a sudden, likelihood of clemency 1%. Cliffhanger time. I'm gonna go to the toilet really quick. I'll be right back. So, are you guys ready for an execution? Cheese style. Right. Because his likelihood of clemency is below 10%, you see the state approved conviction strength is 10%, which means that his likelihood of clemency needs to be below that. I've had a likelihood of clemency 10% fail, or at least I executed him, but it still wasn't good enough. So it needs to be 9%. I did it the cheesy way. Let's execute him. Before I do that, I am going to do a bang up. But wait.
Be one with Doomie.
Thank you, Nivek. I'll just call you Nivek. Thank you for the follow. I really do appreciate it. So, first and foremost, have a look at the time. It's time for sleep. Nearly midnight. The way I do it, I always make sure that my prisoners are asleep. Because they are in their cells already. But, because certain prisoners are not in their cells yet, I am going to do a bang up. Let's go. Prisoner, Risto. Execution. So, I'm also, for your listening pleasure, hear that eerie music. Step 1. Execution initiated by just clicking that button. Step 2. Initiate prison-wide lockdown, which you do with a bang up. All prisoners are sent back to their cells and the prison is locked down. Done. And because A, it's sleeping time, and B, I did a bang up before I started the execution procedure, that is instantly completed. If you do it during the day, it's gonna take ages before everyone is in their cells. Do it at midnight with a bang up, and this shouldn't take too long at all. Test facility. The final test, the final test passed to ensure that everything is working. Electrical supply to the chair is tested under load. In addition, the routes to the prison cell, etc., needs to be in order. Well, it's in the same room pretty much, so that shouldn't be a problem. But my issue is power. And voila, this happens. There is insufficient power to the electrical chair. So, I'm gonna have to come up with a way to fix that. Well, say goodbye to these things then. The moment that these are gone, let's test it again. Done. Now pretty much whenever you don't have enough power or the route fails, it's instantly going to tell you with that little red text at the top here. Next step. Assemble execution detail. The warden and chief of security make their way to the prisoner cell. In addition, a spiritual leader or priest of the prison's own choice is sent in from outside to say the final prayers. So, Mr. Dude, which religion are you from? Now, this is one of the reasons, this is the main reason why I put my warden's office all the way in the back over here, alongside with the chief of security's office. Because this is a short trek. I still need to wait for the guy that's coming from over here, which seems to be Muslim. I'm not gonna make any jokes about that, so don't worry. So, Mr. Muslim guy is coming into the prison. I can still open gates and doors. And he's going to be traveling the fastest way and while the chief of security and the warden are there already. There you go. I'll open the door for you. I'll open that door for you. You're there. Voila, done. Next step, escort witness to facility. Or witnesses. The witnesses are relatives from the prisoner and relatives of the victim. They don't have to be there, but they can be there. They also come from outside. So pretty much what I always end up doing on these first 4 is that I do the prison-wide lockdown and the testing of the facility at the same time, because I'm pretty sure always that I have my stuff in order. Then those 2 I get done immediately. Now the next step, after those 2, the next 2 steps unlock as you saw. Assemble the detail and the witnesses. And since the witnesses come from outside the facility and the priest also comes from outside the facility, I always do these 2 at the same time as well. But for this particular section of the stream, I'll separate them. And here you see, for instance, let's have a look-see. Open up. Let's have a look-see. We have got the people here. Witness is the victim's family, the victim's family, the victim's family, his ex-wife, and the victim's family. So these people just really want to see him die, which is awesome. Right. And I'll fix this after the execution is done. Are you guys ready? So, this is the reason why the execution chamber needs chairs. The thing is, the game doesn't tell you. The tooltip of the execution room doesn't tell you it needs chairs. But this will tell you it needs chairs, which I honestly find stupid. And there is the last person sitting down. Right. Escort prisoner to facility. And this is basically walking the Green Mile. And since the cell is directly connected to the execution room, it's done. And now, listen to the climax. With everyone in place and all procedures followed, the final authorization for the execution is given. And how the music changes after the switch is pulled. Eerie. Next step, dismiss staff and witnesses. Well, we killed him, so everyone get the fuck out of here. And then the final thing, report. The mandated execution of Risto was carried out at 5:02 as scheduled by the electric chair in the presence of witnesses. The standard compensation of $10,000 is awarded to the institution for their part in this process. Now, this tells me right now that I could have pretty much executed him without having to cheat him down to 1%. That would have been a different message if things were wrong. But because I set him to 1%, I would have still gotten the $10,000 at the end of the road. So yeah, close. He's dead. He's gonna get carried away. Medic, we're not doing song requests. Goodbye. And now he's just gonna get carried over to the hearse or the morgue slab. Yeah, morgue slab first. And people are legitimately pissed off. Beautiful. Well, that was an execution. And this goes back to 15. No, you are. Because you can't even remain on the channel for 5 seconds without getting banned. Right. Let us check the programs really quick. So one guy passed. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but I don't really give a shit. A lot of executions. Me too. Right. There's really nothing else that I need to do. Let's have a look. See at the grants. Yeah, I can basically get these 3 grants done, started, but they'll never finish. So now that I have this much money, let's go with land expansion and that one, and let us edit the schedule properly. Parole hearing. Nope. Death row appeal. Bye. Actually, move you up to here, and we'll have another parole hearing here. Now the staff only share office, that is the behavioral therapy, but I'm not going to do that because that's part of the thing that I want to have. Infirmary is where the drug treatment is getting done. I'm not going to do that. And the common room is alcoholics. When did I do that? In your file, your reports, you go to programs and you see edit schedule. And that is where you can edit the schedule properly. There. So yeah, that's how you do that. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait until I can buy some more land. Then I'm gonna buy this patch of land. And I'm gonna make another section of the prison, which is